Yo, what is going on YouTube? So in today's video we are breaking down this beautiful paint loop that I made for artists like Rod Wave, Young in Ace and artists like that. This video is going to be full of gems, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video if you want to get the maximum amount of value out of it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to the breakdown. Alright, so we are in FL Studio and as always I will play the loop first so that you can hear what we are working with. Yeah, such a beautiful loop, man. I love the vocal sample and the subtle guitars on the background. But yeah, let's start the breakdown. Alright, so first off, I started out with these keys, and these are from Keyscape. As always, I love to use Keyscape, and I used the LA Custom C7 wash preset, and I turned the character into clear just so we can get a bit more brighter sound on the piano. And yeah, this is the MIDI that I made with the piano. Very basic piano MIDI. This is just 3 chords playing over and over. So first off we have this D major that goes up to E major, that goes up to F sharp minor, and yeah, as you can see this is a basic 1-7-6 chord progression, but it's reversed, so essentially we are in the F sharp minor scale. And yeah, some subtle little things. I strummed a couple of these notes just to add some realism into the piano. Then I hit Alt R on the notes and I left the velocities pretty low on the piano. Then I added this little kind of like accent note to help the first chord transition into the second chord more naturally. And yeah, after I had these chords down, I just copied these root notes like this, hit Ctrl and arrow down, and boom, added these little bass notes for the piano. And yeah, for effects on the piano, we have a Valhalla Vintage Verb, turn the mix to around 20. I love to use this reverb in all of my paint loops, and yeah, this is a free demo version and I still use it. You can get it from the internet for free. Then I added this Fruity Delay 2, and somebody asked me on the comments in the last video about why I always use the Fruity Delay 2 instead of the Fruity Delay 3. That's just because I know how to get the sound that I want with this delay faster than I know with the delay 3. I can get the same sound out of any delay plugin, but yeah, this is just to improve my workflow. And yeah, so first off I turned the time to 2 and I turned the feedback to ping pong, and then I turned this mix level way down like 6% because I don't want the delay to be too powerful. And yeah, as you can see I forgot to add some EQ, but that's okay because the piano sounds good and there isn't too much on the low end anyways. Alright, so once I had the piano down, I layered it with this pad from Synology. I use this soft pad 1, it's my go-to pad for these kinds of like little background pads for the piano. And yeah, this is what the pad sounds like. Such a beautiful pad, bro. And for effects I added some Valhalla Vintage Verb, turned the mix to around 50%. Then I added this mid-side matrix. I love to use this to widen up my sound, so I turned this side gain up by 1 decibel. This just makes the sound a bit wider. Then I added this EQ, cutting out a lot of the frequencies. I do this a lot with my pads because I don't want too much kind of the pad to play in the final mix. So yeah, this just helps the pad to blend into the mix a little bit better. And yeah, next off I added this bass, and this is from Contact. I use this Scarpy Rickenbacker bass, nice and preset as always. I just copied the root notes of the chords. This is what the bass sounds like with everything else so far. And yeah, as you can see, this is an extremely simple loop. We had the very simple chords, very simple pad in the background, and then we have a very basic bass pattern just following the root notes of the chords. Didn't add nothing else, didn't even touch the velocities of the notes, you know. This is a very basic and quick sample, but yeah, as you can see, simplicity works because this is a beautiful loop, man. And yeah, lastly I added this little chime sound from the Ultimate Paint Multi-Kit version 3, which by the way is out right now. It's the best kit for the paint loops, the paint beats, anything, man. The kit is honestly crazy. It has over 300 guitar phrases, which alone is crazy, but other than that it has over 100 other phrases, accents, drum kit, analog lap bank, loop kit, midis, everything you need for these paint beats, man. Honestly, the best kit we have ever done. But yeah, this is what the chimes sound like. And yeah, as you can see, this is a extremely simple loop. We had the very simple chords, very simple pad in the background, and then we have a very basic bass pattern just following the root notes of the chords. This is what the chimes sound like. Yeah, beautiful little ear candy kind of effect. Alright, so now let's move on. These colors are going crazy, man, so I'm gonna change the theme just so we can see everything a bit better. So, alright, so first off, I went into the Ultimate Paint Multi Kit version 3 and I took out this little guitar accent that sounds like this. Yeah, I love to use stuff like that on my paint loops, it just sounds beautiful. And after that, I added these piano accents from the kit as well. And yeah, this is what everything sounds like so far. Then I added another piano phrase and this is what it sounds like. And yeah, after I had the piano, the bass, the little guitar accent down, I went on to the Ultimate Paint Multi Kit version 3 and I took out this guitar phrase that fit onto the sample perfectly. Yeah, beautiful phrase, man. After I had the guitar phrase down, I took out the synth phrase from the kit as well. And yeah, all I did was reverse it. Originally, it sounded like this. And yeah, I like to try out different stuff with like phrases and stuff like that. So yeah, you should try reversing your phrases or stuff like that every once in a while because it may sound good, exactly like it did on this melody as well. Alright, so let's listen to everything so far. Yeah, such a beautiful sample, man. Alright, so once I had all of the phrases and the accents down, I went on to FL Cloud and I found this beautiful vocal that fit onto the sample perfectly. This is what it sounds like. Such a beautiful vocal, man. At this point, I was feeling like the sample was about to be done, but I still wanted to add some more stuff. So I went on to the Ultimate Paint Multi Kit version 3 and I took out this transition, these kind of like bird background texture and this perk loop, and yeah, that finished off the whole sample and made it sound beautiful. So yeah, this is what they sound like. That's about it for the sample breakdown. If you liked it, like and subscribe. And yeah, the Ultimate Paint Multi Kit version 3 is available right now at neutraudios.com. It's honestly the best kit for paint beats, for paint loops or anything like that. The value in the kit is honestly crazy, like damn, like phrases, accents, drum kit, analog lap bank, one shots, like everything you need for these kind of melodies and beats. But yeah, let me know what you want to see next on the channel down below. And yeah, we are almost at 2k subscribers, so yeah, let's go for that. Thank you for watching this video, and without further ado, see you on the next video. Peace.